What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode in the cave. I'm your host, Cornell, and we're on botchpod.com. And there's so much to unpack today. Like, so much has happened before since the last time we had our video or our short. And my idea is I have a lot to tell you guys. So, starting with the first thing on the list, we have to talk about Thames in Coachella. And it was fun. It was a nice performance. I watched Thames was on stage. She brought out Whiskey and Justin Bieber to perform Essence, her song, her hit feature, the song that she was featured on with Whiskey. And it was, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of Thames live, if I'm being honest. The few times I've heard her perform live, it didn't slap for me, but I'm still a huge fan of her. But the main thing I want to talk about the walk. You know, when she was walking back to when she was walking out the stage, she was walking back to her car. And my days, yeah, Thames is a fine lady, man. Thames is fine. Anyway, congratulations to her, and I'm glad that my girl is going so far. You know, funny thing about Thames is I used to follow Thames when she had, I think, 5,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, she used to be at the back of her house. She used to post pictures with flowers, post picture with guitar. Like, used to be so cute that time. And then all of a sudden, seeing Thames go from where she is or where she was to where she is now. My days, man. Who said your life cannot change in a minute? But congratulations to her, and I'm glad that her performance was good and people enjoyed the show. But for me, I don't know, she has not really hit the spot for me watching her perform live. I've seen her perform a couple of times and it didn't slap for me. It was not for me. But anyway, on to the next thing on my mind. I want to talk about Timaya. He has a song coming out with Tiwa Savage, right? Yeah. And he released the statement, I don't know, in an interview, and it was really nice from what he said about Tiwa Savage. You know, he was like, he asked her if they could do a song together, and she didn't charge him for anything, and it was just all vibes and stuff like that. And I was like, it's good when you hear stories like that about people in the industry. You know, usually you hear very negative stories about people in the industry, but she didn't charge him. And yeah, I still saw another picture, still sticking to Timaya. I saw another picture. He has a song with White Money, right? I've never heard any song from White Money in my life. So I don't think none. I swear, don't look at me like that. None. I've never heard any song from White Money, and I think I'll still stick to that. So if he drops that song, I don't think I'll be listening to it, by the way. Yeah, and still sticking to music, we have a song. Flavor dropped a song featuring Indaboski, and yeah, it was okay. Everybody's doing music now, no? Music is the way forward. It'll be like me say I'm gonna drop my own song because wow, okay, interesting. If you haven't heard the song, you should go and check it out. I genuinely don't know what to say about the song. It's a vibable song, so if you're about that vibe, you would vibe with it. I don't know, but for me, it wasn't for me. I give it a 6/10. 6 is high. I'll give it a 5/10. But it's a vibe. If they play it in the club, you like it. Let me put it out. So yes, it's just all about vibes. So the main thing on my mind today, you know, there's always something on my mind. So I want to clear it now. And I want to talk about the state of Nigerian music industry. So as of the time of recording, I just checked the Apple Music and I was trying to check the number of the songs that are charting. And I saw Charlie Poppy's album charting. And I'm like, bro, this is a problem. There's something like, this is not right. There's no way you're telling me Charlie Poppy's song is the number one song in Nigeria right now. I watched an interview where Charlie Poppy said he recorded his album in 2 hours. And when I heard the album, I understood it is pure trash. That album is terrible. I like Charlie Poppy. I listen to some of his songs. You get me? Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating here. And I did see a tweet where somebody was like, when he was playing his album to Whiskey, and somebody said Whiskey's trying to be nice to you, but your album is trash. Because his album is trash. The album was terrible. Look, I'm all about vibes and making money and stuff like that. I'm like, make your money. Whatever you're doing, make your money. Yeah, but guy, give us quality. You can't tell me you sat down in the studio and recorded a full body of work, an album for in 2 hours and released it, and then you're like, yeah, my album is popping. Bro, your album is a gimmick. That's facts. Your album is going to fade and it's not going to have any replay value because there's a reason why Burna Boy is who he is. Like, there's a reason why Burna Boy is the guy. Because like Burna Boy, Whiskey, Davido, Kiss Daniel, Rema, these people take their time. You find the right pieces. You check a song. You're like, who do you think I could feature in this song that would be perfect for this song? Who do you think? Bro, you can't tell me you sat down in the studio and recorded your album in 2 hours and dropped it and you're like, come on, man, that album was terrible. Let's be real. Let's be honest with ourselves. Right? Let's tell ourselves the truth. That was a terrible album. And I'm even shocked that the album is charting. But, hey, man, shout out to Charlie Poppy, man. Like, it's all about the vibes. That's what I realized with Nigerian music. If your song is vibeable, it will sell. And for me, I don't think the album is worth it. It's a solid 4/10 body of work for me. And the only reason why I'm giving it a 4/10 is because I don't know, maybe he went to the studio and recorded it. If not, normal, that's a shit album. Damn. Enough about the album. Let's talk about another person's album. Young John dropped an album. Yes, and I heard Young John's album too. I listened to it in detail. And I have to say, it was an okay album. But I expected so much from Young John because he's a producer. So like you know that if what he's going to drop should be solid. Some of the songs sounded like songs he has dropped before. Some of the instrumentals were the same. It was a dull album. It wasn't like there was no much creativity in the album. Like, for instance, now if Saz says he's dropping an album, you would know that. Now Saz is a producer, you understand? But so that was the expectation. That was the standard I held Young John to. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the project was terrible. I'm not saying the album was bad. I'm just saying, man, he didn't really hit the spot. Some of the songs sounded like, from the reviews I was reading online, a lot of people were like, the songs sound like the songs he has released before. There were some songs on the album that were just sounded the same. It just kept on. It felt like repeated sound in your ears, just with different lyrics. It was not it. And the state of Nigerian music industry. Burna Boy, come on, save us, please. I think Rema was the one that had that on the song. Somebody save me. We need music. This is not this. I can't wake up in the morning and this is what I'm listening to. No, it doesn't work for me, man. I can't be listening to this. Anyway, enough about Young John and Charlie Poppy. I'm glad that I think if I was to recommend one of the albums for you guys, I'd recommend you guys to listen to Young John's album because it's actually much better than Charlie Poppy's album. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be a Charlie Poppy guy. I'm still his fan. Maybe I'll go listen to the other projects because this wasn't it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about today is I want to give a shout out to somebody in the music industry that has slowly grown on me. And that's wonder who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Seyi Vibez. Seyi Vibez has grown on me. I remember when he started and there was a lot of outrage that, yeah, people don't listen to Seyi Vibez, blah, 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 blah. But this year, Seyi Vibez is on fire, man. Guy is dropping solid music. Like, I have to ask, who produces for Seyi Vibez? Because this guy's instrumentals, they slap. And the guy has grown on me. I started listening to some of his songs and I went back and I was like, I think Bank of America, first song that actually got me hooked on him was Giza. When he dropped Giza with Burna Boy, I was like, okay, not bad. Then I remember when I heard him on Gwagwalada with Buju, I was like, okay, nice. It was good, solid. But then when I now heard Bank of America, when I started hearing different patterns, I was like, okay, this guy has. So I was out with a couple of my guys and Seyi Vibez was playing in the background and I was like, this guy's song always slaps. So for me, he has been one of my standout artists this year because I think he has dropped one project this year, and it was a really good project. So yeah, shout out to Seyi Vibez, man. At least you're one of the few people that are just sticking to your originality of your content and you're still dropping your shit. Yeah, and then another album I would want to recommend you guys go listen to is R&B by Ruga and Buju. Now that's a good album, yeah. At least those people can come and help us with the condition we're having in this Nigerian music industry, because there's no way you're telling me that ASAP is the number one song in Nigeria. Okay. Black Bones has been saying it, streaming farms, but okay. They've been saying it, we don't want to hear. There's no way you're telling. No, let's let that go. Anyway, you guys should go listen to R&B. It's a good album, and my favorite song on the album is Pole, and that song slaps. There's no way. That album, and to think that these people went from beefing each other to making a collab album. This music thing is sweet though. I say these people know how to market themselves. You know, now I'm starting to think what they were doing was a gimmick. I'm starting to think that it wasn't real. But anyway, for the fact that they collabed on the project, for me, I'm still going to say Buju is a much better artist than Ruga, personally. But we're no longer comparing them, so I'm glad that both of them are working together. And one thing I don't like in this our current new age of artists, this recent artists that are coming out, there's too much good blood going around. Before when we were younger, you used to have Wizkid fighting Davido, you used to have beef, Olamide fighting Don Jazzy, you used to have people fight. There used to be beef, but now we're not. Everybody's just being friends with each other. One toxic vibes, man. Fight, wanna fight. It's good, but anyway, the healthy competition is good. So I'm glad for that. And anyway, I'm looking forward to Thames' project. Thames is dropping another album. She teased it, and yes. So for today, this is all I have for you guys. I don't know if you guys share the same opinion with me. I don't know if you guys feel differently about Charlie Poppy's album. Reach out to me. You could reach out to me on botchpod.com, on our YouTube page, botchpod.com, on our TikTok page, botchpod.com, anywhere, just botchpod.com. Just reach out to us and I'll respond. I'll try my best to respond and see what you guys like. For me, I think the album wasn't good. But if you guys have a different opinion or you disagree with anything I'm saying, reach out to me. Come on, man. We can share our opinions. And maybe I'll give it another shot. But as of today, thank you guys for having me. And I hope to see you guys another time, man. Peace out, man.